Facebook Live. Facebook Live, we have arrived. One more time. Let's get it in, y'all.
Conference muted.
I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is Watchman Yahudah Israel, also known as Pastor Derek Mann, on the Early What I Seek Thee Scripture Study and Prayer Line on this 24th day in April, Twin Years 2K. Let's get it in. Let's get it in. Big Cam in the building, Battle in the building, Elder G in the building, Mother Joy, Tay in the house, Big Coles in the building, Demeanor, Charvet, hallelujah, Trenda, hallelujah. We starting to pile on in. Y'all start y'all watch parties if you led to. It's a good way to invite your own audience if you just start pushing the watch party button. That would help get the word out, and or feel free to share it. Share it on your page. And again, your constituents could chime in and fellowship with us. How beautiful it is for us to dwell together in unity. But let's get ready to dive into the word, y'all. Let's go to James. James 1 this morning. Yeah. Let's go to James this morning. Yeah. Yeah. Start at the 17th verse. Let's do that. Nicole, good to see you all. Shalom, shalom. Look what it say. James 1:17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above and cometh down from the Father of lights, with whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Right? Like he's solid. He's the same today, yesterday, and forevermore. Right? Good to see you on Colt Don Deans. Of his own will begat he us through the word of truth. So he sent the word down 42 generations to rescue us. The word was encompassed in the body, lived a perfect life, died on that tree for you and me, rose again, and then baptized himself back inside of us, the Ruach, the spirit of the word. That's why the Messiah said, the words that I speak unto you are Ruach and life. The spirit and life, right? So he begat us, purchased us, saved us, rescued us, begat us by the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creation. He's using his word to establish, that creation of his children, right? 19th verse. Wherefore, my beloved brethren, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, slow to wrath, which would teach us, to slow down. Now, everyone is his child, has received him, and they're walking in their salvation. They're walking in the rescue mission, and they should be anyway, working out their soul salvation with fear and trembling. So, because we have an evil nature, you can't move fast. Good to see you on, Jeff. You got to slow down. You got to slow down. You know how when we was coming up, they say your first thought is your best thought, or that's what you should do. No, don't believe that. Slow down. Wherefore, my beloved, let every man be fast. You want to be swift with this. You want to be swift to hear. And here, again, we're dealing in the spirit. When you're a student of the word, you use words like seeing. But seeing is not looking with your eyes, it's perceiving. There's a spiritual connotation to the natural, right? We're spiritual beings now. We've been taken from a carnal commandment to a spiritual commandment, from a carnal covenant, contract to a spiritual covenant. The first covenant was signed with the blood of animals, and it was a natural covenant, physical, outward appearance stuff. Well, now we're spiritual. With the second contract was signed with the blood of the Mashiach, and it's a spiritual one. So we're transforming, right? Good to see you on, Rhea. So look what it said. It said, the wrath of man. No, back to 19. Wherefore, my beloved brother, let every man be swift to hear, right? To acknowledge the situation quickly. Wise as serpents, but harmless as a dove. To observe what's going on. He'll give you spiritual awareness, spiritual discernment, spiritual knowledge, right? So let every man be swift to acknowledge, to look, to perceive what's going on, but slow to speak. Is it literal to speak? Yes, but it's deeper than speak verbally. It's to respond. Slow down. You guys are people that save, and when say for the lack of a better term, say this life can wear on you and wear on your nerves. And when your nerves is shot, someone that got like bad nerves is a person that primarily responds quick and wrong. They respond quick and wrong. And so that's spiritual warfare. You got to go to the Most High, to the throne of grace with boldness, saying, I need to slow down. I need help in that area. Because again, when you respond naturally, you're going to respond carnally 9 times out of 10. It's going to be your natural response, not your spiritual response. And that's why the word is telling us, to be swift to acknowledge the situation, to listen what was said to you, or perceive what happened to you, or what just happened, period. But slow to speak. Slow to respond. Don't respond fast. Slow down. So you can look at what the Most High wants you to do. And slow to wrath. Because a natural response is something negative or bad or scary or whatever it is, your response will be carnal. You'll want to avenge yourself or revenge the situation. You'll want to respond, get things right, get things straight. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to be in your carnal nature. Come on, somebody. The word is trying to help us. Let every man be swift to hear, to acknowledge and perceive what's going on. Slow to respond, slow to speak. That's a response. But there's more responses. Slow to swing, slow to start cussing. Slow to start saying, that's it. No, slow to speak, slow to respond, and slow to wrath. That's really swinging me. Right? Because the 20th verse says, for the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yah. How a person will respond? No. Now, going back to 17 again, right? Every good gift and every perfect gift comes from above and coming down from the Father of lights. He's the Father of lights. He's the Father of beings, spirits. He's the Father of righteousness. He's the Father with whom is no, he's not wishy-washy, right? Neither shadow of turning. So he's solid, and he's the Father of lights. He's the Father of righteousness, Father of angels, Father of his own will. Begot us with the word of truth. It was his will that we would be rescued by the word of truth. Our word is not his word. Our thoughts is not his thoughts. He's rescuing us, giving us salvation through his thoughts and the way he do things. So he's calling us out of the darkness into the marvelous light. He's calling us out of ourselves and into him and into his way of doing things, into his way of responding, into his way of thinking, into his way of living, because that's the only true eternal life, is the way he would do it. that we might be some kind of first fruits of his creation. He's recreating us into righteousness, into his children, right? Wherefore, my beloved brother, let every man be swift to hear, but slow to speak. We're swift to hear because now we've been made alive through the word of truth. We're not living off how we would respond, how we would handle it anymore. We're going through the mind renewal process. We're being transformed into the image of him that created us. And in order to do that, you got to slow down. You don't slow down, you might end up in the bed with somebody you shouldn't be in the bed with. You might cuss somebody out. You might respond wrong. You might be being mean and rude and nasty when that's not your intentions. So wisdom is speaking here. Slow down. Let every man be swift to hear, to acknowledge what's going on. Slow to speak, that's slow to respond. And slow to wrath. Now you done went there, right? For the wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yah. Okay. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, right? Filthiness is naughtiness, just a wicked spirit. People, we have a fallen nature, y'all. We have a fallen nature, and we gotta get away from it. And superfluity is the overflow of naughtiness. We're morally deprived. We're spiritually deprived because of our Adam nature. And we got to get away from that, right? We have to decide. You know how the word says, mortify the deeds of the flesh? Mortify means to kill, to render dead. Our Adam nature. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. We're opposed to our nature now to receive what he gave us, right? Remember, of his own will begot he us with the word of truth. So now we're leaning towards what he would say, what he would do. What will Yahudah do? What will Yah do? What will Yah have me to do? We're favoring that. We're his children now. And he's a spirit. We're being transformed spiritually. We've been made spiritually alive now. And so now we got this evil nature, our Adam, our natural born nature, and we got our new nature, our spiritual nature. And these are contrary to one to another. You want to learn how to rightly divide the word of truth? You want to learn how to divide the Torah, Tanakh, from the New Testament, the old contract that was signed with the blood of animals, from the new contract signed with the blood of Mashiach? You want to know how to divide that? All the way down to we're epistles, read of all men, we're that Tanakh, and we're that New Testament. And you want to know how to divide it? You divide our righteousness, our old carnal nature, from the new nature. Just like the book. We're living epistles. And we divide our righteousness. Commandments on stone. Stone is our thinking. Our nature is stone, is hard. He wants to write the word on the fleshly tables of our heart. So we deny that religious position, that self-righteous position. What we would do, we're denying that, right? That's why the 21st verse says, wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, right? That's our nature. That's that heart of stone. That's that Adam nature. We're going to lay that aside. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. Therein lies our salvation. There it is, right there. Revelation, right there. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. Don't get it twisted. We all was born in sin and shaped in iniquity. Ain't nobody better than nobody else. You just got some people that's walking in the Ruach, walking in the Spirit. And they understand the Tanakh, the Old Testament, the Torah from the New. Some people don't. They're confused. You got some people that still trying to be justified in the flesh. Doing feasts and festivals and certain wardrobing, certain foods and all that. They really believe that. Whatever. I'm not going to hate. If you got the Messiah, the truth of the word, so you can become that first fruit of his creation, the word itself is going to reveal to you as you continue to grow and continue to seek his face. Learning how to rightly divide the word of truth will help you learn how to divide within your own spirit. Knowing the difference between your righteousness and the righteousness of the law versus the righteousness of the Spirit. Knowing the difference between a carnal Sabbath and a spiritual Sabbath. A carnal fringe and a spiritual fringe. A carnal feast day and a spiritual feast day. A carnal tabernacle and a spiritual tabernacle. His word is able to enable you not only when you're dealing with the book to rightly divide, but you'll be rightly divided in your spirit that will help to the saving of your soul. So again, 21. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. Our Adam nature is filthy. Our natural nature, we were born in sin and shaped in iniquity. It overflows in naughtiness. How we analyze and look at people and think we better and we say stuff and do stuff that ain't cool. Our natural response, that's why I say slow down. Slow down. Be swift to hear, swift to see what happened. He going to have you wise as a serpent, but harmless as a dove. The harmlessness of the dove comes from you slowing down. Because you're not going to respond like a harmless dove. You'll end up with the wrath of man. That's why I say, let every man be swift to hear, slow to speak, and slow to wrath. That ain't going to be no harmless as a dove. You're going to hurt some folks. You're going to say things you shouldn't say, and you're going to do things you shouldn't do. Because we're dealing with a new nature that came from Yah, that born again nature. That didn't come from man. We got that nature through his grace, through his unmerited favor. And now we're learning to deny ourselves, to walk in his ruach, in his word, in his spirit, in his love, in his righteousness, and not our own. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. You got to lay it aside. You got to mortify the deeds of the flesh. You got to kill that old nature. You got to kill that old response. You got to kill that old reaction. You got to kill those cravings, those pet peeves. You got to kill that revenge. You got to lay apart all filthiness and superfluity, overflow of naughtiness, that human nature. And receive. You're laying aside so you can receive with meekness. He said, humble yourself before the mighty hand of the Most High. You got to humble that meek. Humility. With meekness, the engrafted word. You want to receive what the Ruach, what his spirit is saying to the ecclesia. To the first fruits of his creation. To the new, to the finished product, the nature of the new governmental structure, the new product, the transformed human being. Good to see you on, Faye, Isaiah, hallelujah. That's what we got. Come on, somebody. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughty. Ain't nobody better than nobody else. No big eyes and little you, because we all got to lay it aside. We all got to go through the transformation process. And we got to lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, right? And receive, y'all, with meekness. You're not gonna receive it. You're not gonna receive it. You're not gonna receive it unless you humble yourself, unless you're meek, unless you're submissive, unless you know you're a needy people. Unless you know we need him. We go to the throne of grace with boldness. The boldness don't come from arrogance. The boldness come from, man, I need you bad. We come to the throne of grace with boldness, making our petitions known because we're needy people. We need him. We need his salvation. It's not our righteousness. It's not our goodness. We ain't got no righteousness. We ain't got no goodness. Our righteousness is as filthy rags. Dirty tampons. We're deprived. So we're laying aside our deprived nature, me cussing you out, holding grudges, acting funny, and I want to know what the words say. Oh, it's the truth anyhow. I want to know what the words say, because I'm going to do what the words say. I'm not going to do what I want to do. What does the word say? And sometimes you got to retract. Oh, I responded wrong. Let me go fix that. Because you move too quick. Slow down. People on edge. A lot of stress going on with people right now under these circumstances. Slow down. Wherefore lay apart, folks like, hurry up, respond. No, give me a second. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity. I'm laying some stuff aside. I'm laying aside my first response. Kiss me and I kiss you back. No, I can't kiss you back. I'm finna rebuke you. And I'm going to do it the right way. Wherefore lay apart, swing on me, and now I'm ready to slow down. Wherefore lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your souls. We want to be saved. 22nd verse. Be ye doers of the word. Here we go. That's the goal. We slow down because we understand that he began us through the word of truth. We've been adopted into the family or re-attached to our family through the word. The same word that was disrespected in the beginning came down 42 generations to be reunited, and it feels so. Okay, no record deal. Reunited with his children. Wherefore lay apart all my job is to lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and receive with meekness, right? I'm humble, and I'm meek, the engrafted word. I got to be meek. The meekness come because I'm in self-denial mode. Because I'm laying apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness. So that means I just humbled myself. I ain't going to respond like that. I can't do that. That goes against the word. Let me see what y'all want me to do. That's where you humbled yourself. You became meek. Before you was a devil dog. Before it was what it is. Yeah, I said it. Now what? When you was about to say it, when you was about to do it, and you were swift to hear, swift to see what happened. Now you ready to respond. No, ooh, I can't respond like that. So you slow down, slow to speak, and then it stops your wrath. Slow the wrath, right? Knowing that your natural nature don't work the righteousness of Yah. So you're laying it apart. 21st verse. You're laying apart the filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, and you're receiving with meekness. You humbled yourself. You told yourself no, and you humbled yourself, so you can receive the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. That's the goal. I can't do me. I'm gonna kill me. I'm gonna destroy me if I do me. I ain't gonna do me. I'm not spiritually suicidal. I really belong to him. I'm really his son. I'm really his daughter. Those of you that's his daughter. So then it said, because the goal is 22nd verse, be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own self. You're deceived if you hear it and don't do it. You're deceived. He tell you what to do, you ain't gonna do it. then you're not begotten. He hasn't given you the birth. You're not born again. You're not born again. Begotten is being born. Born of the word. You're not born again. You're still born of your first Adam nature. Your first nature is still ruling in your life. It's still reigning supreme in your life. Your old nature is still the boss. Our old nature can become religious, wear fringes and all that. Yeah. Keep the Shabbat. The carnal way, not the spiritual way. They definitely can, not clean up on Saturdays though. They ain't cooking on Saturn Day. They can keep it like that, but they can't keep the spirit. They can't keep it. Come on to me, all you labor and heavy laden, and I'll give you rest. You'll find rest unto your souls. They can't do that part. The Mashiach was the answer to the Shabbat rest. They can't do that one, but they can do the Saturday thing though. Saturday, yeah. Well, they can avoid Sunday, sun god worship day, and rest on Saturn Day. They can do that. 22nd verse. But be ye doers of the word. No, I'm only playing gospel music. Today is Sunday. They can do that. But today you hear his voice, harden not your heart. Rest every day from their sin and walk in the truth, rest. You got to be a doer of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For if any man be a hearer of the word and not a doer, look at what the Most High is saying about that. For if any man be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man beholdeth his natural face in a glass. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way, and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. In other words, you look in the word and you're finding the first fruits of his creation. You're finding the new man. When you look in the word, you find the reflection in the image of the man that's created after the Most High, the woman that's created after the Most High. When you're reading the word, you see exactly what he wants. And it's a reflection. You should see yourself. And your desires should connect with the word, and you can see yourself like, I'm doing that. When you're reading and you belong to him, you hear his voice. The word is feeding you, and feeding you the real you, the new you, the rejuvenated you, the son of the Most High or the daughter of the Most High you, right? How you're supposed to respond, what you're supposed to do, how you're supposed to love, how you're supposed to give, how you're supposed to forgive, everything. You're reading it and you can see your reflection. But then you walk away and forget what manner of person you was. Because you went right back into your Adam nature. You're older. You walked away from the word, from reading and meditating the word, and then now you're doing true life. You're back in your marriage. You're back the parent. You're back the neighbor. You're back the player. You're back the playerette. When you're doing the day-to-day operations of life, you got to remember the word. You got to hide the word in your heart. Your mind, y'all. The heart is just a muscle in your chest to pump blood. Metaphorically, it's your mind, your thinking. You got to hide the word in your heart that you might not sin against it. Back to 22. Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving yourself. For if any man be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he's like unto a man beholding his face in the glass, because you're looking at the word, you're looking in the word, and you're acknowledging the word, you're hearing the word, even in your spirit. When you're reading, your spirit is hearing what you're reading. Just so you know. For you're beholding yourself, you see what he's transforming you into be, you're seeing it, and you're agreeing with it in your spirit as you're reading. So you're beholding yourself and goeth the way, straightway forgot what he just created in you. To the saving of your soul. He showed you your salvation in the word. Yeah. 25th verse. But whosoever looketh to the perfect law of liberty, you've been freed from your evil nature, from the superfluity of naughtiness, from filthiness to superfluity of naughtiness. For whosoever looketh to the perfect law of liberty, the word is a law of liberty. Whom Yah set free is free indeed. A freedom from your wickedness, from your filthiness and your superfluity of naughtiness, that bad behavior, that stinking thinking. The word freed you from it. You were looking in the word, you accepted it. He said, if you abide in my word and my word abide in you, you can ask what you will, because we're on the same page. And it shall be done. But whosoever look into the perfect law of liberty and continue therein, stay in it. Let it abide in you. You abode in it. Now let it abide in you. Continue therein. If you continue, then you're my disciple. You shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Free, liberty, free from sin, from that sinful nature. But whosoever look into the perfect law of liberty and continue therein, he being not a forgetful hearer, hid the word in my heart, meditating in the word both day and night. He not being a forgetful hearer, but a doer of the word, this man shall be blessed. This woman shall be blessed. The individual to do this shall be blessed in their deeds. It's a war. And if you are fighting successfully, you become meek. And the meekness come from looking at you and what you would do and say, nah, that ain't right. That automatically produces meekness if you then turn to the word. You became meek before Yah. If you would have slept with him, but you humbled yourself under the word and didn't. If you would have cussed him out, but you came meek to Yah, so you didn't cuss him out. Wrath of man worketh not the righteousness of Yah. Back to 17, y'all. We're finna get out of here. Every good and every perfect gift come from above. Even in the word, there's gifts of the Spirit. Read 1 Corinthians, the 12th chapter. He gives all kind of abilities, and it all works to that self-same Spirit. And it came from the Father of lights. He turning us into lights. We were in darkness, now we're the light. Light of the world. Every good and perfect gift comes from above and coming down from the Father of lights. He's not the Father of darkness, he's the Father of lights. Which whom is no variableness, neither shadow of turning. Of his own will, he's transformed us into a delight, y'all. Of his own will begot he us. He gave us birth, right? Through the word of truth, that we should be a kind of first fruits of his creatures. Right? Wherefore, my beloved, let every man be swift to hear. See what's going to happen today. Check it out. See it fast. Don't be, wise as serpents. See it fast. But harmless as doves. Slow down. Slow to speak and slow to wrath. For the wrath of man, the response of the flesh, don't line up with what Yah's response is. Slow down. Wherefore lay apart, you slow down so you can lay apart all filthiness and superfluity of naughtiness, right? So you can receive with meekness the engrafted word, which is able to save your soul. Right? You did that so you could be a doer of the word and not a hearer only, deceiving yourself. You fool yourself when you walk around talking it, but you ain't walking it. You're not living it. You're not doing it. Good to see you on, JR, right? But you're not doing it. So be you doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own self. You don't trick yourself. Let's get true salvation. The circumstances we're in, it's real out here, y'all. We need the Most High, and we don't need to have a form of it. We need the real him right now. We need him. Look, we need him. Keep living, and you'll figure it out. If you don't know now, you'll know in about 5 more minutes. But we need him desperately too. For if any man be a hearer of the word, listen what it says. For if any man be a hearer of the word and not a doer, he is like unto a man to be holding his natural face in the glass. The parallels, you're looking in the mirror and seeing yourself. Well, that's the parallel to looking in the word. You're seeing yourself, the new you, that is formed after him that created it. How you really should be, how you really should be living, what you really should be doing. When you look in the word, that's what you see, your reflection as his son, as his daughter. For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way. You saw what you were supposed to be. You put the word down and left it on the table as opposed to hiding in your heart, right? For he beholdeth himself and goeth his way and straightway forgetteth what manner of man he was. You forgot. You went right back into player mode. You went right back into thought mode. You went right back into whatever. Anything other than the word. You went back into your nature, natural mode. Your Adam nature mode. No. But whosoever look into the perfect law of liberty, I want to be free. From me. I can't, look, word told me to save myself from this untoward generation. I'm preaching to y'all so y'all can do the same. That's my job. But I need to look into the perfect law of liberty to be free from me. That's what the liberty is. I'm free from my sinful nature and continue therein. I'm going to hide the word in my heart that I might not sin against it. I'm going to meditate it day and night so I can be like the tree planted by the rivers of water and do what I'm supposed to do no matter what the season is. Right? He not being a forgetful hearer. I'm not going to forget his word. I'm not going to forget my responsibility. But a doer of the work, this man should be blessed in his deed. And we need to be blessed. We need a real blessing from the Most High, and we need it now. And we need it now. Always a pleasure, JR. Always, man. Love you, bro. But we need a blessing from him right now, period. That's what we need. We need true salvation. We don't need to have a form of it. We don't need a little religious fix. We need, now that we've been locked down and put in a real precarious situation that we've never even seen, never even heard of on this level. Now that we're in this situation, we have time to reflect and look into the mirror of the word. But this time we're not going to be a forgetful hearer. We're not going to forget our reflection. We're going to look into the law of liberty that's going to make us free from our sinful nature so that we can receive what he got for us, and that's the salvation of our souls. He wants to save us. How many of y'all want to be saved? How many of y'all want to be saved? How many of y'all want to be saved? I know I do. Well, let's not be a forgetful hearer, and let's do what the word is telling us to do. Is that all right? Let's pray. Spirit of the Most High, we love you and thank you for this opportunity to come before you humbly as we know how. Gleaning in the truth of your word, thy word is truth. Continue to illuminate us, quicken us, make us alive. Teach us how to get you and keep you through the revelation of you got us. It's not that we loved you, you first loved us. We're just learning how to love you back. So we're humbling ourselves. We're walking self-denial to our evil nature and humbling ourselves before your word. And we want to receive your word to the saving of our souls. We receive even this revelation. And we intend to do it. In the matchless name of Yahushua, we humbly pray. Hallelujah, hallelujah, and amen. Right on, JB. Right on. I'm glad you got something out of the word, man. Love you too, family, for sure. That was the lesson. I pray y'all did y'all watch parties. If you didn't, I pray y'all push the share button. If you didn't, you can push it now. Because if you believe that the lesson blessed you and believe that it can potentially bless somebody else, feel free to share your platforms with the truth that somebody else might get saved as well in these last and evil days. Our travel has been restricted, but you push the share button and the word gets to where it need to be. Feel free to push the share button. If you're a supporter of this ministry because the Most High led you, you're eating and you're growing, and so you're a financial supporter of this ministry, I say thank you. I'm humbled that this type of ministry is blessing your soul, and I really pray that it is. But I do say thank you to those of you that financially support this ministry. If this word is for you and is really transforming you and really giving you revelation knowledge, and your life is changing for the better towards the Most High, and He's leading you to be a supporter of this ministry, it's my job to tell you how. If you got the Cash App, all you got to do is put in $ Yahudah Israel. That's $ YAHUDAH YISRAEL. And you can support it like that. You also go to the Facebook page, my Facebook page, go in Messenger, you can support it like that. For whatever reason, I noticed that the people that's been hanging are changing and growing. I know that's because I've talked with them, fellowship with them, and I know the numbers has been down for some strange reason. I don't know if we're not doing watch parties or pushing the share button, but the numbers have been down. Which whatever, when you preach a hard truth, a lot of people unfortunately like religion better, feels better, and gives you elbow room to do you. But that's just not the truth, so I can't preach like that. But I just noticed that the numbers have been down lately for whatever reason. If the word is true, y'all pray that it get to the people, and if you need to step up your witness and share the truth of the word with your friends and family and your constituents, maybe that might help get the word out. Only if it's true. If it's not true, you should erase it anyway. But if it's true, then share it. Then share it and encourage folks, because the numbers are way down right now. We're on the line right now, y'all. We're on the line at 302-202-1102, extension 815648 for those that want to pray. Get a prayer in with us this morning and heard the word and want to talk about it. That's 302-202-1102, extension 815648. We'll be back on tonight we'll be back on today at 7. We'll be back on at noon for noonday prayer with Elder Gene on the conference line. And then we'll turn around and we'll be back on for a lesson from Elder Gene. I believe he's teaching a foundational class, a doctrinal class, but at 7 p.m. So we'll be back on at noon, and then we'll be back on at 7 p.m. Is that all right? Prayerfully, we're all locked up, man. Let's get in this word. Let's clean up. Let's let the engrafted word clean up our souls. I love each and every one of you. Y'all, thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Y'all continue to pray for me as I pray for you. Y'all be good. And Broccoli Shalom. I'm gone.